For years, my people have been under the cloud of despair, dilapidated conditions, internal bias eating us from the inside. I'm not even going to talk about racism in this one, though we all know it's a critical factor. We'll be talking about our demeanor when it comes to drug abuse. Because if we don't fix how we move on this, all the external stuff in the world ain't gonna save us. We call these so-called legends Jay Prince, the real Ricky Ross, Big Meech. These niggas made it look cool as hell, aspirational, to sell our own people poison for monetary gain and some unnecessary wants. They sold Auntie for flashy cars. They sold your uncle so they could throw money on strippers. Then they turned around and demoralized the same strippers, making them slaves to the dollar. All while the children watched, and the most evil person in the entire transaction ended up looking like the star. Let's look into the method of madness of drug dealing culture. Better them than me.
Did I invent crack? No.
You didn't invent it, but from what I was told, it was like before Freeway Rick, everyone was pretty much just doing coke, and then Freeway Rick.
They were doing crack. We didn't call it crack. We called it freebase. They were freebasing already. I used to pay people to cook mine for me, so they were already cooking. They taught me how to cook it. So no. I think what Jesse Katz said in the LA Times probably would be one of the most accurate things, that I was the biggest promoter of it. Yes! At that time. I made the young guys want to become crack dealers.
Let's start with the real Rick Ross, not the rapper who stole the name. This man turned South Central LA into his own personal Walmart of crack. Prosecutors say between 82 and 89, he moved several metric tons of cocaine, made up to $3 million in a single day, consistently, he says. And he didn't just sell to the rich. He democratized addiction. He made it cheap. He made it everywhere. Supplied the Bloods and the Crips. Turned rock houses into neighborhood staples. And the culture, we ate it up. The flashy lifestyle, the I got it out the mud story, the kingpin myth, never mind the auntie strung out, the babies born addicted, and the neighbors that never recover. But he was just a businessman, let him tell it. Yeah, a businessman who flooded his own people with poison so he could count the money in the dark. A real hero, a real role model. That's the blueprint that these dirtbags been following ever since.
You are now tuned in to Method Madness.
Police believe they have just about shut down the so-called Black Mafia family. And as our Julia Harding reports, these suspects were hiding out in one of the city's most popular areas.
U.S. Marshals say this man, one of Atlanta Police Department's top 10 most wanted, and a member of an organized crime family, is now behind bars. U.S. Marshals tell me they arrested 37-year-old Ernest Dennis and 40-year-old Jonathan Manigo here outside a Buckhead hotel. Both men, they say, are members of the so-called Black Mafia family, or BMF.
Anyone tied to BMF typically has an extensive criminal history, so we consider them to be very violent.
Investigators say the organization BMF is heavily involved in drug trafficking and has been in Atlanta at least since 2004. At that time, federal agents seized this limo with secret compartments that had almost $1 million hidden inside. Within the last 2 weeks, U.S. Marshals and Atlanta police have arrested a total of 4 BMF members, including these two men, Ricardo Webb and Tovis Raines.
We know that they don't have the level of contacts or the drug contacts or the access to drugs and money and other people the way that they had before. So we're definitely slowly destroying their organization.
An organization that at one time claimed to rule Atlanta. Now agents say that's no longer the case. In Atlanta, Julia Harding, Fox 5 News.
Then came Big Meech and the Black Mafia family. These brothers didn't just move weight. They turned the drug game into a lifestyle brand. Lavish parties, hip-hop connections, jewelry from Jacob the Jeweler, mansions across multiple states. They also built BMF Entertainment as a front and made sure everybody knew their name. And the culture? Again, we ate it up. Rick Ross made a whole song called BMF, Blowing Money Fast. Irony? I think not. The TV show came later and made legends out of the same story. Hundreds of millions in cocaine sales, operations in 20 plus states, all while the same community they claimed to represent were getting gutted. But hey, the cars were nice, the parties looked fun on camera, and the kids watched standing on the side of the block. That's the success I want. That's how you sell your soul and call it black excellence.
You are now tuned in to Method Madness.
Rap-A-Lot has a history. No artist have ever signed a Rap-A-Lot and left away a multi-millionaire.
Man. Man.
Nobody. Nobody.
Man.
So why go over there and sign? It look good. They give you a chain and Rolls Royces. It look good.
So you think there's gonna be some trouble, some troubled waters later on that we thought everything was kosher?
There's troubled waters centered all around everything that has to do with Rap-A-Lot, even the Finesse 2-time shows.
Oh yeah, the situation.
It's nothing
happened.
but trouble.
Yeah.
You can always tell a tree by the fruit in which it bears. Look at the fruit.
And then there was Jay Prince and Rap-A-Lot. They built the empire on gangster rap that celebrated the very lifestyles they were talking about. Alleged ties back in the day, heavy DEA connections, heavy DEA investigations. Some of those agents later got exposed themselves. He says he transitioned early, took an oath to God, and he wouldn't contribute to that game anymore. But when Charleston White, a man out here speaking the truth, calling out the same poisonous culture, when he started talking, they allegedly tried to take him out in Houston just a few days ago. He was shot at. They tried to make him apologize. Sound familiar? When we wonder who helped kill our leader in the past, Malcolm, Martin, and everybody else who tried to wake us up, these same type of people been helping the government execute these executions, all for greed, all to protect their poisonous bag. Only 2% of any population commits crimes at consistency. This tiny group causes a tremendous effect. They no longer deserve favor. There is no reason, none, to keep peddling poison in 2026. Before, maybe you could argue lack of opportunities, but now, it's ridiculously stupid. There are more ways than ever to make real money. Legal, scalable, legacy-building ways. But these niggas still out here acting like the old game is the only game. Selling drugs is the most Coonish shit you could do. You're selling your own people. You're helping destroy the next generation. And you're making the entire community pay for your flash. We see through your bullshit, and it's almost over.
You are now tuned in to Method Madness.
I know, you guys like drug dealing, but we need to ostracize them as a community instead of ostracizing the smartest of our kind. The ones building, the ones thinking, the ones trying to create something that lasts. A prophet shall emerge. Let my people go.